Okay, time for some ab work. We're doing leg raises for first time in a long while. So that will certainly be interesting. See how well we can do those. Okay, let's get my chat up where I can say howdy to people. Hello, Lake. Good to see you. How are you doing? Okay, let's get my tracking up as well. Alright. Okay. What's 180 in kilos? 180 pounds in kilos. Someone do the conversion for me. What's 180 pounds in kilos? Like 75? I don't even know. It's something. 81? Really? Okay, we'll go with 81. Alright. Cool. Okay, so we're working on, we're gonna start off with hanging leg raises, but without hanging, we're gonna do them via this core device, which is a dip implement. So we're gonna see if we can do this or not. And hopefully, with really good form, really good cadence, yeah! And not damage our blessed elbows too much. Oh, hail my elbows! And then, so we're doing leg raises, then we're going to do machine sit-ups, or machine deficit sit-ups, then we're doing cable crunches, then we're going to move on to the oblique work, so we're doing oblique cable work, then we're finishing off with oblique sit-ups, I believe, or oblique crunches. So, yeah, it should be fun. My music has gone off. This is terrible. Okay, come on, give me a song. Funny Bird, hello. Resilient and smooth connects and projects found on surface of joints and forms costal cartilage on larynx, trachea and bronchi. Hyaline cartilage. Yeah. Okay, chat. I've done a bit of a warm-up already. So, why waste time? I have not done this exercise for a very, very long time. I don't think I've done this exercise since my hip injury, actually. We'll see how many we get. Hey, okay. I'll take 10. Could have been worse. Yeah. Hey. Okay. Centromere stretches as centrioles are pulled further apart. Paired chromatids divide, and identical halves move towards opposite ends of the cell. End-of-phase spindle threads of the centrioles divide to form new centromeres, and cell membrane begins to contract in center. This is what stage of mitosis? This is the anaphase of mitosis. Trying to live a little healthy again. God knows how long that's going to last for me. Little changes, like tiny little things. We get to the health stage that we're at via incredibly small decisions over a very long time. So if we want to get out of that, or if we want to change those, then we should do the same way, right? We should do it very slowly. Change one small thing and then another small thing. Just over time, manifest the results of those changes. It can be as simple as changing to a no sugar version of your favorite food, or swapping out a high calorie beverage for a diet or no sugar version. Can mean drinking more water, right? Just small habits. Also, eat more regularly. One of the best ways to lose weight is to eat less more often. If you're hungry, you've done something wrong. The cytoskeleton includes the thread-like microfilaments, which are made of thread-like microfilaments, either protein or lipids. Proteins, okay. Which organelles are found in both plant and animal cells? Mitochondria. I can't handle artificial sweeteners, so I stick to real sugar. I see. Oh. But do. Hey, when I finish remodeling my PT website and actually launch the coaching business, you can run one-on-one sessions with me. Yeah. Basically, if I eat artificial sweeteners, I turn into Peabody. That does sound very unpleasant, my condolences. What is Golgi apparatus? It's the cell's communication network with its membrane. What is the structure of yellow elastic connective tissue? The structure of yellow elastic connective tissue, that's a question. Bundles of fibers, very few cells, capable of considerable expansion and recoil. Elastic fibers, very few cells. Lovely. What occurs during the telophase of mitosis? New nuclear membrane forms around each pair of chromosomes. Spindle threads of the centrioles divide to form new centromeres. Actually, no, that's the end of the anaphase. Spindle fibers disintegrate, centrioles replicate. Cell membrane continues to constrict until two cells remain. Lovely. Lovely! What are centrioles? Centrioles. Dense areas of cytoplasm. Wait, centrioles? Centrosomes. Primitive centrosomes. Centromeres. Yeah, dense areas of cytoplasm containing... No, that's centrosomes. What are centrioles? Primitive... Coiled strands of DNA or deoxyribonucleic acid. Paired mod-like organelles, Steve. God dang it. Okay, alright, let's get this set done, shall we? Whoo! Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Well, so you still haven't posted the code for the Lethal Company of Unpack. You're right, I haven't, fine sir. I will do that after I finish this workout, if I remember. Next up is machine sit-ups. Whoa. Come here, big hip station. Whoa. Whew. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Yeah. I do like ab work. I'm probably gonna get DOMS again, considering I haven't significantly stressed my abs in a little while. So that's gonna be interesting. And I do wonder, because normally this is my second exercise that I do. Normally it's my first exercise that I do. Now it's my second. So I am curious as to how much my capacity on this exercise will be diminished by doing another difficult exercise beforehand. Now I'm going to work out what my working weight for this set is. That'll be curious. Nuclear membrane disappears. Chromosomes arrange themselves at the center of the cell, attached by spindle about centromere. By the end of phase, each individual chromosome can be seen as two chromatids starting to pull apart. This is the metaphase. What are centrioles? Oh God, how am I forgetting this? Centrioles. Ah! Centrioles. Come on. Paired rod-like organelles at right angles to each other play an important role in the mitosis of the cell. Cool. Okay. How does your skin help maintain body temperature? Via sweating, flushing, via pores, via erectopili muscles. Is that it? Probably about it. Sweating, of course. The body's natural moisturizer is sebum. Lovely, okay. So what's our working weight? Our working weight is 18 kilos. Okay. We can do that. At least I think we can. As I say, this being the second exercise instead of the first is likely going to have a non-negligible effect on our weight count here. That's bear in mind. But you should still be able to handle similar weights, just not for as long. Do any of you out there do specific ab work? If so, what is your favourite ab exercise? And it can be a sort of isolation ab exercise, so if you want to mention rectus abdominis particularly, or the external obliques, whatever you like. Oh, let's see, how many reps did I do last time with this? I did 10. 10 repetitions with 18. So if I can beat that, I would be very surprised. What are dermal papillae and what do they do? So they're small bumps in the dermis which form friction ridges and also form fingerprints. Cells are living, membranes are intact, capable of mitosis under friction or pressure. This is the stratum spinosum. Distinct nuclei, but cell membranes are dying, contain granules which are visible in healing tissue following trauma. This is the stratum granulosum. Alright, I am going to go and use the toilet. When I come back, we're going to hit out this set and see if we can get 10 repetitions. Yeah. Alright, can we get 10? Instinct says no, heart says yes. I think I got 10. Yay! Okay, 18 kilos, 10 repetitions. I think I was getting lax with the form though on that one, so let's keep that in mind for next time. What is psoriasis? Psoriasis. Infectious skin disease causing red blotches. No, it's not contagious, is it? Yeah, chronic inflammatory skin disease, not contagious. What mnemonic can help you remember the layers of the epidermis? Come, let's get sunburnt. How many layers in the epidermis? 4 or 5, depending on location. What is anhidrosis? Barohidrosis is foul-smelling perspiration. Anhidrosis would be the inability to sweat properly. Mast cells found in the dermis produce what? Histamine and heparin. What do melanocytes do? Produce melanin. The dermis contains how many structures? You've got sweat, sebum, sweat glands, sebaceous glands, base of the hair follicles, nerve endings, blood vessels, lymphatic capillaries, lymphatic vasculature in general, lactopili muscles, anything else? Just list the number. Nice. What is melia? Small bumps or whiteheads? What are the 5 layers of the epidermis? Stratum corneum, stratum lucidum, stratum annulosum, stratum spinosum, stratum basale. How do cells get nutrients in the avascular epidermis? So they get them via the supportive tissues, so the dermis primarily. Beautiful. Describe cancellous or spongy bone. So, it's the other type of bone, the other being compact bone. Cancellous bone. I believe bone marrow is only found in this type of bone. Bone marrow is the primary site of, I guess, ureagenesis or cell birth, creation of thrombocytes, red and white blood cells, yellow and red blood bone marrow. Found at the end of long bones, primarily. And at the end of long bones, flat bones, and in irregular and sesamoid bones. Bone marrow is only found in this type of bone. Yes! What is Paget's disease? Excessive overgrowth of bone as a result of an increase in osteoclastic activity. Man, that's small. Yes! I win! Okay. Another set, but let's respect the form. Let's respect the form more this time, shall we? Because I felt like we were lacking last time just because we wanted those 10 minutes. So, we can't be doing that again. You gotta live honestly. No cheese nips. Unless they are helpful for overload. Okay. Aye. Oh. Aye. Stop learning more stuff. Your 5 head is already big as it is. Never! Learning is good. What was that? That was 9 on the second set. It's pretty damn good. What is rheumatoid arthritis? Rheumatoid arthritis is a form of arthritis in which the immune system attacks and destroys the synovial membrane found in synovial joints. So it ends up eroding the joint surfaces, leading to friction-related problems between the surfaces of bones. What are the components of the appendicular skeleton? So you have the pelvic girdle, the lower limbs, the shoulder girdle, and the upper limbs. Cool. Okay, so chat. Next up, cable rope crunch. Yeah. Nice. Aye. Let's see what we can do. You can chill there. Good dumbbell. Alright, need to clean this up a bit. Because I need to get under this cable and do this exercise. By the way, thoroughly recommend this exercise if you have the ability to do it. Anecdotally, I can say I just find it really hits for me. Don't know why. I mean, don't get me wrong, the hanging leg raises and the deficit machine sit-ups certainly hit hard too. But this one, as far as sort of feeling the burn, as it were, which is cathartic for a lot of lifters, this one certainly does that job. Wow, I'm on 40 kilos? Really? We'll go to 40.1. No, 40.5. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's warm up with 30, shall we? Yeah. Hey, I'm curious. I know you sort of bash your physical fitness. Were you ever into at school or something? Did you have a exercise or a sport that you enjoyed? So, one set of this, then we switch it up to, actually we'll go one set of this, then we'll go oblique sit-ups on the deficit, and then we'll finish it off with oblique cable curls. Well, oblique cable crunches, I guess. Cool. You come here. Thank you. Didn't enjoy any sport ever. In school it was more of a toxic environment. I can get that. I had that in my gymnasium when I did gymnastics. Really not an enjoyable circumstance. Kind of puts you off doing it later in life as well, unfortunately. Alrighty. So, a warm-up. Simple, easy. Definitely won't randomly pull my knees off the floor. Hey. Right. So, we're going 40.5. Should be the highest we've ever done for cable crunches. So that should be fun. Oh, you guys are a bit high. There you go. And see what's going on there. Oh, one more question about the muscular system. Fibrous bands that form between tissues and organs often as a result of injury. Adhesions. What are the 4 stages of blood clotting? So, when blood vessels burst, thrombocytes or platelets leak into surrounding tissues. When these thrombocytes are damaged, they release a chemical thromboplastin, which converts prothrombin into thrombin, and thrombin convert prothrombin into thrombin using calcium. And then prothrombin activates another enzyme called fibrinogen, or it converts fibrinogen into fibrin, which forms a net-like covering over the aperture. We use an enzyme called thromboplastin. Thromboplastin converts a plasma protein into an active enzyme called thrombin. Calcium, thrombin changes another plasma protein, fibrinogen, into fibrin, which then forms the net. Nice! When the right atrium contracts, blood passes through which valve? The tricuspid valve. What is thalassemia? So it's a hereditary form of anemia caused by a lack of production of either alpha or beta hemoglobin. Nice. Okay, here we go. Alright, chat. I don't know how many it's expecting from us here. What are we looking at? 16 is what we did with 40. So now we're on 40.5. Let me just check. 5, 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. 40.5. Now, whew. Oh, this is gonna suck. It's funny that there's a tennis court right beside my house, but my parents would never allow me to pursue it professionally, so I missed out on that. Oh, that sucks. Wait, was anyone counting? I think it was like 13. Somewhere around there. I'll go with 13. I think that's accurate. Okay. At last, and then we move on to deficit oblique sit-ups. I've not actually done oblique sit-ups before, I don't think. Should be interesting. I'm not sure whether I go... What do you think, chat? With oblique sit-ups, do I alternate? No, not really, because I mean... Your external obliques are essentially isolated. It's very hard to train both of your external obliques at the same time. So, yeah, I'll probably do them independently. Do all left, and then last, all right. Well, that's the function of the tonsils. So, the main function is, as part of the immune system, to destroy pathogens that are inhaled or ingested. But do you know when we breathe? Describe the arachnoid mater. So the arachnoid mater is one of the layers of the meninges. It's a layer interposed between the pia and dura mater, joins with the dura mater, and gives the spinal cord all the way down to the sacrum. Filled with cerebral spinal fluid, connects to subarachnoid space. What is motor neuron disease? A rare progressive disease that results in degeneration of the motor neurons. Describe the ventricles of the brain. So there's two in the cerebrum, a third deep inside the brain, and the fourth is in the subarachnoid space, I believe. Fourth opens into the subarachnoid space, okay. Well, that's the primary function of the thalamus. Primary function of the thalamus. Primarily regulation of the hypothalamus, I think. Acts as a relay station that directs sensory impulses to the cerebrum. What is meningitis? Inflammation of the meninges of the brain, or spinal cord. Why is the parasympathetic system called parasympathetic? It stands for beside the sympathetic, referring to its positions. It's thoracolumbar, isn't it? So it's sort of above and below the sympathetic nerves. Well, what is the function of efferent neurons? So efferent neurons are carrying impulses away from the brain and spinal cord, or the CNS, and towards peripheral tissues. What is the medulla oblongata also known as? Center for respiration? What is myasthenia gravis? Myasthenia gravis, it's myasthenia gravis. Myasthenia gravis is post-viral fatigue syndrome. Chronic fatigue and muscular weakness, especially in head, neck and face. The primary function of the thalamus acts as a relay station, relaying impulses to the cerebrum, to and from. Okay, chat. It's time to go. once again. For this time we're doing deficit sit-ups, and as I say, I've never done deficit sit-ups before, or deficit oblique sit-ups, so I have to see. Maybe my hip will get involved, maybe we'll be fine, I don't know. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay. What's the function of the pons venuli? Function of the pons. So responsible for primarily reflex actions such as swallowing and blinking, I believe. Like the midbrain transmits messages to and from the spinal cord and spine. What is the somatic nervous system responsible for? So you've got CNS, PNS, within the PNS, somatic and autonomic. Somatic nervous system is primarily conscious voluntary movements such as skeletal muscles. How many neurons are involved in the pathways of the autonomic nervous system? How many neurons? Billions? I'm guessing. 2. I'ma just say it. That's a poorly phrased question. 2 neurons are required to transmit signals. Preganglionic and postganglionic neurons. Well, yeah, fucking obviously. How many neurons? Jeez. Describe the arachnoid mater. Okay, so arachnoid mater is interposed between the pia and dura mater. It joins with the dura mater and covers the spinal cord down to the sacrum. It's filled with cerebrospinal fluid. It opens into the subarachnoid space. Or it connects to the subarachnoid space. Nice. The PNS is divided into autonomic and somatic divisions. Hello, Sato! Welcome! We're just about to get back to our deficit oblique sit-ups. So, that'll be fun. We're doing our right side this time. What is myalgic encephalomyelitis? Myalgic encephalomyelitis. So, my implies muscles, myo or musculus. Algic, ouch. Alg could come from pain. Algic. Cephal. So N would imply inside, cephal would imply head or skull. Itis or itis implies inflammation. Myalgic encephalomyelitis. MEL. The MEL is up there. Because it's not encephalitis, it's encephalomyelitis, which implies the meninges are affected. So, damage to or inflammation of the meninges? Post-viral fatigue syndrome. Okay. Maybe I was right, but it doesn't specify, so I'm not going to give it to myself. As we grow older, the brain loses about 1% of its mass per year. A gram in weight each year. I see. Right, let's find a tune, shall we? What tune shall we get? Macklemore. That'll do. Whoo, here we go, boys. It's not bad right there. Okay. 12 on each side, wonderful. Now, we can do the same thing, but we're gonna do it with the cables. So, cable oblique crunch. We're doing it with 33 kilos. Yeah. Alrighty. 33 kilos. How are you doing, Sato? You feeling good? You gonna join us in Lethal Company tonight? Where is the midbrain located? So the midbrain is below the cerebellum, in front of the cerebellum. What is myalgic encephalomyelitis? Post-viral fatigue. As we grow older, the brain loses about 1 gram of mass per year. 1 gram of mass, jeez. Where is the pons located? So below the midbrain, above the medulla oblongata. What is the function of the parasympathetic nervous system? Via thoracolumbar neurons or nerves, its function is to basically run the body in a state of rest, handle sleep and rest, and manage the function of organs in absence of a stress response. Nice. Describe the ventricles of the brain. Cavities. 2 in the cerebrum, 3rd deep inside the brain, 4th opens into the subarachnoid space. Describe the dura mater. Dura mater's thickest layer, double layer of tough fibrous membrane. Outer layer forms the periosteum, the skin of the skull. Inner layer is the first protective layer of the brain. Continues as the spinal dura mater down to the sacrum. Ah yeah, because it joins with the arachnoid. Nice. What is the role of the parasympathetic nervous system? So it's the predominant system outside of the stress response. What is the primary function of the parietal lobe? Parietal temporal. Auditory impulse, isn't it? Sensory information, damn it. What is concussion? Damage to the brain. Trauma to the brain from impact, primarily. Okay. Right. Let's see what we're looking at. Woo! Let's get on to 30 now. Should be more reasonable for us to do it without pulling ourselves off the floor. Right, so 30, it was 33, I believe it was. Lovely! Yeah. Right. So. Wait, no, I didn't do this with one handle, did I? This is actually quite helpful to have two. Splendid. Wait, what? Oh. I'm done. Boop. And off. Splendid. Okay. Okay, last one. Well, I'm doing each side, but still. Okay. One more after this. Whoo! We're doing good, chap. What is the primary function of the thalamus? Primary function of the thalamus is to act as a relay station, taking impulses to and from the cerebrum. Describe the dura mater. So it's a double-layered membrane. Outer layer forms the periosteum, or the skin of the skull. Inner layer forms the first of the protective layers of the brain. Covers the arachnoid mater down to the sacrum. Nice. Well, this is the primary function of the parietal lobe. Coordinating, integrating sensory information. Okay. Describe the arachnoid mater. So it's a membrane interposed between the pia and dura mater, joins with the dura mater down to the sacrum, opens into the subarachnoid space. It's filled with cerebrospinal fluid. What is cerebral palsy? So it's a developmental disorder involving the neurotube, which results in primarily muscular dysfunction. Damage to the brain caused during birth or a prenatal defect. Okay. Whew. How do the anatomical differences reflect the functions of the sympathetic and parasympathetic systems? So sympathetic preganglionic fibers are very short, with their postganglionic fibers being very, very long. And as a result, this is characteristic of its need to innervate and affect many different organs at once during a stress response, whereas the parasympathetic preganglionic fibers are long and their primary ganglia are situated close to the organs which they innervate, because the parasympathetic nervous system is the primary system, or the prodigal system, during the absence of a stress response, which is the majority of the time, meaning they need more precision to respond to those more minute changes in circumstance and metabolic rate and various demands. What is the primary function of parietal lobe? Responsible for integrating sensory impulses. What is Parkinson's disease? Damage to the basal ganglia of the brain, resulting in loss of neurotransmitters like dopamine. Nice! I did it! Okay. Last set, chap. Last set. Let's see what we can do. Whew. Okay. Chat. That is it for me. I will be back in about an hour playing Twitch Controls Lethal Company. So if you do want to pop in and spawn various things on my face, you would be also welcome to join me. Thank you very much for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you in about an hour if you do want to join me again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. I will share the modpack code. Thank you. Bye-bye.